Hello. Happy Easter, everyone. It is 1 o'clock on Easter Sunday. Who's here? Who is here? Anyone? Did you go to service online today? Who is here? Okay, it says cast this video to your TV and enjoy it on a bigger screen. Oh, heck no. Getting rid of that. Go away. There it is. See, 1, 2. Here come the ladies. Who's in the house? Who is in the house? Come on in. I'm waiting for you. I am waiting for you. And slowly they come, one by one, inch by inch. I will say right now, at the very forefront, that you probably did not get a notification. I think the Facebook notifications have gone haywire. So there is nothing that I can do for that, except to say, go ahead and try it again. But I don't know. You know, it's just the way it is. Hi, Yolanda. Happy Easter to you. Good to see you. Yolanda's in the house. Who else is here? There's Hermine. Hi, Hermine. From Germany. Lovely Hermine. She is here. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see everybody. I'm so glad that you're here, and I'm glad that everybody is gathering together. It's our community. We love that. We love our community to get in here. Oh, man. Who else is here? It's slow, and that's cool. I mean, what are we going to do, right? What are you doing with your family today, or your, well, whatever. It's Easter. I am going to be today cooking on my cooking show, cooking lessons at 4 p.m. We're going to do quiche without a recipe. You'll love that. Hi, Joanne. Happy Easter to you, too. Happy Easter. The Lord has risen. The Lord has risen indeed. If you've been in the Episcopal Church or the Catholic Church, you know what I'm talking about, right? This is part of the liturgy. Hi, Renee. Hi, Rami. Good to see you both. Thanks for coming by. Easter Sunday. Well, there's no Easter bonnets, there's no egg hunts, there's none of this stuff, but ultimately, we're here. And I'm just wanted to check in with everybody and say hello. Happy Easter, Marianne. Happy Easter to you too, Linda. Nice to see you. I'm just checking in, really. I have nothing really to say, except I have been thinking about, the promise of the empty tomb a little bit. I'll talk about that a little bit, but I'm no preacher. But the empty tomb had promise ahead of it, didn't it? You watched the national service. I haven't seen anything, honestly. We had poached eggs for breakfast and bacon, which is one of my favorite. Hermine said she made her first garlic lime chicken and loved it. Yay. Good. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's a good recipe. It's a good basic, actually, just kind of that whole spice blend thing, put it in the skillet and make a sauce. I like it. Hi, Yvonne and Brenda. Happy Easter to you too. So we've got a nice, foggy, rainy, kind of a drizzly day. It's not exactly a sunshiny Easter bonnet day, but you know what? I'm feeling sunshiny and full of life. I was thinking about about all of, just Easter and the promise of the empty tomb. And how the disciples came and there's the tomb there. It's empty. The shroud is there. And that's it. Nothing there. And the sadness that they had, and just like this overwhelming thought of just like, he's gone, somebody came and took his body. And that's not what happened. We know the story, and that's not what happened. And he did what he did in order to bring joy. And I kind of look at now, I mean, this is a stretch of a metaphor, so just, bear with me. Where we are right now is we are kind of standing at, like the disciples did, at the empty tomb, thinking all is lost, all is gone. The promise is gone. But the promise that we have right now is that we're going to have new life, as we are basically all tombed in our tombs right now, so to speak, and just kind of sheltered in, that we're going to have that new life. It is coming. And the promise of the Easter and the promise of the empty tomb is that the promise is we're ahead. And, we know the story, what happened next. And that's the story for us today as we, ponder the Easter story and ponder the resurrection and the new life and the beginnings and the promises. We've got that too. We've got the new life. We've got the promises of what's next. And while we maybe sit here and stand here at the doorway of this empty tomb, scratching our heads and not seeing what's next, it really doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter if we can see it or not. The promises are still there. And I think that's where we need to kind of stand and sit and hold on to, is those promises, that fact that we are loved, we are beloved. The fact that God has never left us, He's never forsaken us, and He's not about to start now. What we have going on right now is just a time of quiet before the new life. And if we can hold on to that time of quiet and not wring our hands and worry, we can start looking toward the future in a way that's not looking to the future and wringing our hands, but looking toward the future and saying, aha, there's promises out there. There's promises. Every time we go through the seasons, one of the things that I loved, I was, originally lived in California, and one of the things that I loved about moving to the East was that I got to enjoy the seasons. There was a time of barrenness in the winter. There was a time of newness in the spring, and seeing those little leaves pop out and seeing all the little flowers come up and everything. I'm sure we had some of that in spring in California, but we didn't have it like we have it here. It was pronounced, it was very pronounced. And that miracle of those little tiny green leaves coming out on the trees and those flowers knowing when to bloom, just really kind of overwhelmed me, at a 30-something-year-old woman watching all of this. And right now, I think we need to have that newness of those promises of the new spring that's going to be happening, that's coming our way. The promises of God's love, His provision, His care, and that He has never left us. He will never forsake us. And that the promise of the empty tomb is for us right now, today, too, in where we are. So life can be a little bit, it can throw us off a little bit. It can make us a little scared. It can frighten us with all the things that are going on right now. And we don't have answers just yet. But there is, there's a promise. There's still work being done on our behalf that we just can't see. That I believe we're all going to finally see the end of all of this, and we're going to have a brand new beginning. We're watching the earth kind of renew itself. We're seeing pictures all over the world of, clean water and clean air, and just kind of this stopping point where the humans all stepped back and nature was able to get back to and clean things up a little bit. It really was quite brilliant. Renee says God is trying to get this country's attention. I think He's trying to get the world's attention. I don't think it's just this country. I think it's all of us. I think He's saying to us, just be a little more gentle, be a little more kind, be a little bit more empathetic and overcoming, and hold space for each other. It's this world is a delicate ecosystem that needs to be respected too, that each member of this planet needs to be respected, from the smallest amoeba to the largest animals. We need to be looking at each other in a different kind of a way. The kindness that we need to be expressing is somewhat missing. So if we get to this place of saying, that we understand and have the underlying principles of holding on to those promises, if we can hold on to the promises and know that that is enough for right now, that's enough. That's where I need to live, is in the enough, because the only way to be in control of your life is to be in control of your thoughts. That's James Clear. That's our quote of the week. So my thoughts are that there are promises yet to be fulfilled, but they're coming. And that there is a new horizon out there, that there are promises, that there is love, that there is community, and what we have and what we can control right here is just enough. I'm good with that. Doing all the things that I can and trying to step away from all the things that I can't deal with and handle. So anyway, today it's business as usual for me. Yes, it's Easter, but you know what? There's a community out there and you're part of it, and I want to serve you. Today I'm going to be doing cooking lessons. I'm going to show you how to do a quiche without a recipe, because I think it's a good skill. And I don't know about you, but we've got about 4 dozen eggs hanging around here. So I'm going to show you that. That's at 4 p.m. Eastern right here on this Facebook page, but downstairs in my kitchen, because I don't cook in my office. I don't do much here. Full Bloom is in 6 days. Full Bloom is my big event that's usually in person. It's not going to happen this time, but you can come to it now. It's virtual. Just go to savingdinner.com/bloom for all the details. This is going to be something where, listen, if we're going to be new creatures, if we're going to become new and be renewed in our spirits, our minds, our souls, our hearts, our connection with each other, then you're going to want to be at Full Bloom. Full Bloom is happening. savingdinner.com/bloom. You'll see it really is going to be wonderful. And I'm excited for all the people who are coming. The other thing is, it's probably not going to be till the end of the month, but I do want to do a workshop so that I can help you plan your next 90 days. I want you to think about this for a minute. We don't know what's around the bend, but we can plan for what we want. Always. We can always plan for what we want. And one of the things that I absolutely love are taking big fat goals and winnowing them down into bite-sized pieces. Bite-sized pieces make things palatable. You can eat an elephant one bite at a time. You've heard that before. And if we can do that with our goals, can you imagine? I don't know what your goals are going to look like, but I know that mine, I feel like we're being called to transform. This whole world is transforming in front of our eyes. I just mentioned about, the canals in Venice. They've got swans and dolphins leaping through them because the waters are clear and the gondolas aren't going. And so the water has had a chance to clear up and clean up. I saw a beautiful picture of the skyline of Los Angeles, and it was crystal clear because not everybody's driving their cars. It's not gridlock on LA freeways right now. And the earth is calming down. So things are happening out there. There is a whole change coming about. There's transformation in the air. And so I'm looking at this and saying, there's an opportunity for me to transform this little, my little part of humanity, my little part of being a part of this connection and this community. I get to transform too. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to have I'm going to do a live event. We don't have a date yet. We don't have anything, but I'm telling you, if you want to be a part of it, it's going to cost you $15. That's it. Because if you go to savingdinner.com/journal, you can get your sheets right there. The journal shows you how to plan it all out. And there's workshops. There's all kinds of things. But listen, doing it live and doing it in community and being together and doing this, how fun is that? So it's on the horizon. It's on my planning book. We're going to go through Full Bloom first. And the other thing is too, if you are looking for supplements, and I know supplements are hard to find right now, we're down to scraps, but we have supplements, and we really love that you spend your supplement dollars with us. If you buy chocolate, perfect paleo protein, or unflavored, which is what we have in stock, or you buy our new fiber mender, you can get that for ships free. All you have to do is write ships free in the promo window when you're checking out, and shipping's on us, okay? Also, last thing I want to say to you is thank you for being Dinner Answers subscribers and members. When you do that, you are supporting a small woman-owned business and the people who support it as well. And I appreciate it so much. I appreciate everybody who has done this. We've lowered the price to $7 a month. We call it pandemic pricing. $7 a month, and you can support us. You can support this small woman-owned business, and every week we will send you menus, recipes, and shopping lists. That's how we roll. So just take a look. It's on savingdinner.com, and that is what we've got for you. So listen, here it is right now, today, Easter, the new beginnings, rebirth, all of this, everything is happening. And like I said, our legacy, our full bloom event is a legacy event. It's about living your legacy right now. And you can do that. You can live your legacy right now. That's what this whole event is about, is to learn how to do this. And I am telling you, this is a calling that I feel like I've had, and I know that so many other women have. Because leaving a legacy, you know, that's like a will, that's like a last will and testament, etc. And it's not enough. You want to live your legacy right now. You want to live a legacy in such a way that your family says, I want what they have. That your children are saying, I want what she has. That your life is a testament to the power of God's love in your life, to the power of all the things that you're doing, and that you're living a congruous life. Congruently, congruently. You are living in your own integrity. You're not losing yourself in what you're doing and what you're saying you're doing. You want to be lined up with that. I always say who you are shows up in what you do, not what you say. And this is what this whole thing is about, is bringing all of that together and being able to get over those obstacles and speed bumps in our lives that hold us back. Don't you want to get rid of that stuff? Cut those soul ties, cut that stuff that's been in your way. That's what this is about. You can find out about it at savingdinner.com/bloom. It's going to be something. And for my East Coast friends, my West Coast friends, I apologize. It starts at 9 a.m. So you're going to be getting up some pretty early stuff, girls. That's all I have. I don't have much for you today. I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing. I wanted to say Happy Easter. I wanted to say God bless you. I wanted to say that I care about you. I wanted to connect with you and just wish you the very, very best, the most blessed Easter you've ever had, even if you're, in your home. And I will be cooking and making a wonderful quiche for you, that's something that you can enjoy. If you've got a bunch of eggs, I'm going to show you how to do it so you don't have to yank out a recipe. Bless you all. You are so lovely and so beautiful to me, and I appreciate you all so much. Peace.